Hi, my name is Lakeisha Robinson. I live in Jacksonville, Florida, and I'm going to talk about the day that I discovered my strength. The day I discovered my strength was July 20th, 2008, the day before my 34th birthday, and it's the day that my sister was murdered by her husband. My sister was 35 years old. This is my sister, Lenora Michelle Ferguson. She was murdered, and her son was also injured and hospitalized the day before my birthday. I found out about it. I was on my way home back to Key West where I was stationed. I immediately turned my car around, went towards the Tampa area where my sister lived. Was at the side of her son who was injured, made all of her funeral arrangements, and the time came about 4 days into it that the house that my sister was renting, the house in which she was murdered in, the owner of the home wanted to rent the home out. And I was my sister's point of contact. I guess you could say that I was her power of attorney or whatever, just by default, because no one else was really emotionally able, not my mother or any of my other sisters, to do it. So I kind of took the responsibility, and he made a phone call to me that he wanted to rent his house out by 2 weeks. And it's supposed to be a place called Victim Witness Coordination, and they're supposed to come and clean crime scenes. However, they were not contacting us back, and then when I did speak with someone, they said that they weren't doing it because some of the family members of the deceased were saying that the people that were cleaning the rooms or the houses were taking things of the deceased. So I was in a predicament of, do I let them just leave all my sister's stuff in the house, or do I woman up and go and clean up the crime scene to get her stuff out? I decided to do the latter. I prayed. I went to my sister's home. The tape was still on the walls. Green tape was everywhere. My sister's blood was everywhere. I went upstairs to my sister's bedroom, and I put on a pair of her scrubs. My sister was a nurse. I put on a pair of her scrubs. I got her favorite CD, which was Destiny's Child. I took it downstairs in her living room. I turned it on. I started to peel the tape off the wall. Me and my now ex-husband, we started to peel the tape off the wall, and we started cleaning the floor, and I still was praying and singing, and I had the opportunity. My ex-husband asked if I wanted him to clean the bathroom where my sister's final resting place was, and I decided that I loved my sister enough and that that was my sister's blood, so that I was going to go in there and clean it. And that's what I did. And it wasn't spooky, it wasn't scary, it wasn't painful. It was just my love, me expressing my love for her, in case she could see, in case there is a place beyond this place, that she could see that there was nothing that I wouldn't do for her. Because in life, she and I were not very close. We did not get along. But I wanted her to know, if there was a possible way in death, that my love for her was unconditional and it was sacrificial. And that's when I got my strength. Because of her, and because of that moment, I said from that moment, it was my responsibility to make sure that she received the honor, that she wouldn't die, that she would die with dignity. Even though her last resting place was on the bathroom floor, I wanted to give her her dignity back. I made a vow to her in that bathroom that I would give her her dignity back. So what I did was, I had a press conference and requested that they change his charges from second-degree murder to first-degree murder, capital murder. They were changed to capital murder. He was sentenced on March 2nd to life in prison without a possibility of parole. I made the impact statement. I left the courthouse a happy woman, and I told my sister as I was leaving the courthouse, "You got your justice, Michelle." And what I asked the judge on the day of her sentencing was to assign my sister's life some value, because I felt like the value in her life was taken by the way she died, and nobody was concerned about how she lived. They was more focused on how she died. And that has been my strength. That has been my strength to keep me determined to be the best person that I can be. I'm disabled and retired, but because of my love for my sister, I went back to school to continue her legacy of health care. I am a registered respiratory care practitioner, and I work at a prison where I take care of and work codes for murderers, child molesters, and everything else. But I did that to show, first of all, God, that I'm strong enough to forgive, and two, that my sister's legacy would not be that of someone that was murdered, but that of someone that inspired. This is her She was an undergrad from college. She graduated from the University of South Florida. This is the club that she was in. This is her diploma. This is for her, Lenore Michelle Ferguson. I discovered my strength and my unconditional love for my sister. Thank you.